Hello there, guys and gals of YouTube world. It is now Sunday, September 26th in the year 2021. I mentioned yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I may wait till Monday to make a video, but earlier today I watched a video that spurred me to make this video. I watched One Rental at a Time, his daily financial news. It's from yesterday. And during that video, he did a lot of self-promotion, but I'm not talking about that. He said something that I didn't pay attention. I paid attention, but I kind of missed some of it. But he talked about the possibility of going into a recession. So I'm going to cover some things that's going on in the economy, okay? And I'll let you form your decision based on at the end of this video. I'm curious what you'll think. Are we going into a recession? Or may we see a rosy picture ahead with growth, okay? Listen to everything I say and try to comment after you watch everything. I'm going to give you two arguments, and then I'll give you kind of my thoughts of what I think may happen, all right? Excuse me, first of all. My cough's getting a lot better, but still it's lingering on. But I do have my cup of mud water. All right, so anyway, we have high inflation. I said it in other videos in the past. I said it before inflation was apparent. Prices are going up across the board, everywhere. Grocery stores, car dealerships, products that we buy, prices are going up. Chipotle raised prices, restaurants raising prices, grocery stores raising prices, car dealerships raising prices, used cars, prices gone up. Inflation is here. No matter what the Fed's saying, inflation is here. Okay, it's not transitory, it's here. All right, we also have growth that appears to be slowing. Okay, if you have high inflation and low growth, that's kind of like stagflation. Okay, most folks don't say stagflation is good. Stagflation could be like the 1970s. I was alive in the 1970s. Were you? I can remember the 1970s. All right. We also have stuff happen globally. There's a company in China. I didn't write the name down. It's like Evergrande, Ever something or another. It's a big, giant, $300 billion real estate company. They're defaulting on loans and they may collapse. The Chinese government more than likely will not bail them out like the United States government did bail out companies here in the past. But if they're allowed to collapse, it could have ripple effects. Okay, just ripple effects. It's a huge company. Just ripple effects, negative ripple effects, potentially. Okay. All right. We also have so many companies in their stock quarterly reports, from cereal making companies to builders to it's a whole bunch of companies. That all say the same basic thing. Their costs are going up. Their ingredients cost. Their cost, and it's causing them, they have to raise prices. They have to. All right. We combine that with their supply chain issues for a variety of products. Go in your grocery stores. Some of it's supply chain issues. Some of it may be panic buying. Folks, remember no toilet paper, no paper towels from a year ago. They may be stockpiling toilet paper, paper towels, or stockpiling something. Just something. Who knows what it may be. That's panic buying. At the same time, you may have legitimate supply chain issues of products not making it to the store shelves. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Someone just popped on my phone and it distracts me at times. So you got those supply chain issues, and I lost my train of thought there. I had a text come in which blocked me out and lost my train of thought. But you got all these supply chain issues. You got a chip shortage. You got companies that are saying they will have to raise their prices. Okay, so all that, and there's more, could make it sound like we may be headed towards a recession. We may be headed towards stagflation. We may be headed for a period of years. One other thing was the stock market is obviously overvalued. Prices are higher now. I've been investing since 1990. In 1999, the stock market was overvalued. Look what happened in the dot-com crash. I was investing through that crash. I kept investing in stocks all the way up till present day. Okay, you can become a millionaire investing in stocks. You can become a millionaire faster investing in real estate. And once you're a millionaire, you can you can branch off a bit into other assets that may do better than real estate. But you're not allowed to do that until you're a millionaire. So I'm digressing here just a bit. I'll talk more of that in future videos. Okay, so I just talked in 5 minutes here about a lot of different things that all say we are looking at a rocky road ahead of us. Okay, so why can I have a contrarian type argument that things may get better? Okay, here we go. And I didn't write everything down. A lot of it's just up here. I did write some stuff down. Okay, we live in an amazing time period. It is 2021. We have pharmaceutical medication that is breaking through to cure a variety of diseases. Look at the vaccine. You still have a segment of society that says we rushed this vaccine. We didn't rush it. It's been in progress for 20 years. 20 years, RNA technology. They are at the point where when the future SARS comes out, the future Ebola comes out, the future Asian bird flu comes out, they will get the vaccine even faster than they just got it. That's how the medical technology is moving along. People don't realize that. Society as a whole, and I'm saying this kindly, is not educated. The bulk of society is not educated. They follow politics way too much. They follow their church way too much. They follow one thing or another way too much, but they're not broadly educated. I follow math, I follow science, I follow technology, I follow real estate, I follow stocks, I follow oil, I follow mineral rights, I follow wine, I follow art. I follow literature, I read novels, I read nonfiction. Okay, I am not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm well-rounded. I'm also exercising. I did the trifecta yesterday with my wife. We kayaked, we swam, we walked. Okay, all right, so anyway, a couple of things. By March, the experts, who are these experts, by the way, with everything, by March, we may be at say about 80% over the pandemic. 80%. Because with this Delta variant, more and more Americans all over are getting the vaccine. More and more companies all over are mandating the vaccine. General Motors just came out recently and said that their white-collar workers, they have to get the vaccine or they have to self-report. And they said there's a holdout of a percentage that will not get the vaccine. So what they may do, they said, is they're going to write these individuals out, possibly, as a safety violation. Okay, that's a major violation with most companies, a safety violation. If they still continue working without getting the vaccine, they may write them up a second time for a safety violation. And what they said was that, I got another text that just popped up, I got to duck down to see. What they said was that this may cause them to reduce or to lose their annual bonus. Okay, so and for jobs that pay an annual bonus to like the white collar workers, that bonus is normally substantial. So they're pressuring these folks to get the virus. Okay, other companies in a different way are doing the same thing. Plus you have a holdout of Americans who got scared with the Delta variant and they're now getting their vaccine. And plus you got a lot of Americans who have had COVID. They're building up some sort of natural immunity. Then you combine that with getting the vaccine. Like even if you had COVID, you should still get the vaccine. Because now you got the double immunity. You know, the vaccine's not going to kill you. You know, there's a lot of fluff out there about BS type stuff about the vaccine. Okay, I have followed medical technology for several decades as an investor. Okay, as an investor. Yes, there's some evil folks out there that want to do certain things, but by and large, the medical community wants to help. They're not trying to hurt, they're trying to help. Okay? All right, so anyway, with COVID being, say, 80% over by March, millions of Americans who are holding back right now. They may be older. They don't want to be exposed to it. They may be younger and they've had a teenage friend get COVID. They don't want to get sick, so they're not working. They may be middle age and they decide to raise their kids, stay at home and homeschool their kids because it's dangerous out there in the workforce, you know, germs. But maybe now may start, some of them, a percentage of them will all be looking for jobs, and we need workers, okay? At the same time, employers have increased wages, all right? Chipotle is paying $15 an hour. I think McDonald's might increase. Walmart's paying higher. These service economy jobs that are low paying have raised their wages. Yes, inflation is up, but they have raised their wages, okay? March is spring. Spring is the start of the baseball season. Spring is like eternal hope. The grass is greening, the flowers are blooming, okay? So if this plays out, we may be in for, you know, a normal, tumultuous winter season, let's say, with different things. You'll hear the government talk about a shutdown, and you'll hear about different things, and there's always something going on. There's always, don't get distracted. Society gets distracted by the stuff. Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Stay focused on what you need to do to improve your financial future. It's not complicated, okay? Something I was going to talk about in a future video is how me and Millennial Mike were both and have been blue collar workers. He worked construction, he's now a cop. I dug holes, I mucked stalls, I was enlisted in the Navy, and then I became a cop. I had 2 kids, he has 1. He was a single dad. I had 2 kids with a non-working wife when the second was born, and I just bought a house with a mortgage. That was one of my 2 paychecks a month, okay? I have had to pull my belt so tight just to make it, just to survive. But I did survive, and I learned how to invest. I now live in a roughly, depends on who I listen to, when they value this house, roughly a $750,000 house. I now have, not counting this house, I now have a net worth approaching, it'll be a little bit till I get there, approaching multi-millionaire status. Okay, that means I'm at 1 million and multi-millionaire is 2 million. So I'm approaching it. Okay, I'm getting there. And I started from working in the mud, working in the rain, working in the heat. Okay, I started from a wild time period as a teenager where I got in trouble. I got arrested when I was 16. You know, and then, but I held on. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. All right. Some of these other YouTubers out there that I like have had a much easier life. They've had high incomes. They came from parents who were doctors, and so on and so on and so on. You know, I think the best folks to learn from are folks like Millennial Mike and myself, who were from humble beginnings. I still live frugal, okay? Look at the shirts I wear. I wear the same shirts over and over and over. I may splurge sometime next month or so and see if Amazon Basics has some basic button-down short sleeve shirts, because button-down is cooler when it's hot out than a t-shirt is. But I don't splurge. My car, 13 years old, I got a nice house. I might splurge on my house, but I live a very frugal lifestyle still. Okay, it's just the way I am. So, but anyway, where do you lie on this issue? What side of the fence are you on? Are we headed for stagflation and a potential recession in the next several years? Or could we have a bright 2022 ahead of us? The stock market will continue on a run. Real estate prices will hold steady and keep climbing. Other assets will keep climbing. What way will we go? Or will we fall somewhere in the middle? Okay? I'm on record with saying the stock market is overvalued. I'm on record with saying, looking ahead the next 15, 20 years or so, I think the average returns will be lower than what they by a lot than what they have been. But I know human nature in a way. And I'm not betting any money on this. But I'm kind of in the camp that says, I think if we make it till spring without something bad happening, I think the possibility is that we are going to hit a little springboard, and we will keep growing in some fashion for some period of time. The rest of 2022, maybe 2023, I don't know how long, but we're going to keep running, okay? But we will have a recession. The stock market will crash at some unknown point in the future. That could be tomorrow. I'm not a foreteller of the future. It could be tomorrow. It could be next month. It could be next March when I say everything's getting better. Or it might be 2025. Who knows? Who knows? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Am I totally wrong? Are we going into a recession next year? Are we going into stagflation? Are we going into some really tough time for all of us where we got to buckle down and get better? Or is life going to be good for a while? We'll see. All right. This video got a little long, so y'all take care. Stay safe. Keep loving life. Mazske is signing out.